we're going to talk about how to find seller financing deals. One of the very first pieces of advice that Zuber ever gave me after we very first had our interview back in 2018 when I bought my first rental, he said two things. Number one, you have to learn to network. And number two, you have to learn seller financing. So this question comes from JT-VJ4TP. He says, can you comment on how easy or hard it is for the average investor to find a seller finance deal, especially if we don't have a silver tongue like Pace Morby? I believe I heard David Green talk about seller financing being really hard to get, and everything needs to fall into place. What the seller wants with price and terms, what you're willing to pay, etc. And that you might be better off saving money from your W-2 for a down payment on a traditional loan. It was the first time I felt okay for not being successful making any deals work creatively these past 6 months. So I think the core of this question is, it's really tough to find seller financing. There's not an MLS or a realtor.com for seller finance deals. So how do we find it? How hard is it going to be? What can be done?
Yeah, so there's a couple of thoughts here. So it is extremely rare to find it in the MLS, which is probably where most people are shopping. Not impossible, but rare. Like really rare.
Mm-hmm.
like
Mm-hmm.
like really rare.
Yep.
But that said, they are out there. So let's talk about how first, and then talk about what you and I talked about 5 years ago. So generally speaking, seller financing deals are most common when a seller, or I shouldn't say seller, when an owner owns it free and clear. Most of you are not using tools to figure that out. So if you actually go to my website, onerentalatatime.com, under product recommendations, one of the products that I recommend is PropStream.
Mm-hmm.
PropStream is a tool that my team uses in Fresno at the hub to find specific things. And one of the searches is owners of property that are free and clear or very low debt, that have owned the properties 10 or 15 years or greater. So you have to seek a seller or an owner that might be open, low debt or own free and clear, own for a long time, out of state, out of area, right? There are flags that increase your likelihood, but going on the MLS and just writing, hey, I want to do seller financing on everything that's listed is a recipe for frustration, because most people, even if they wanted to, can't say yes. So I don't think most people do the work. So PropStream is the tool that I use and many use. You can find a link, and I think there's a code for some savings there. You can have it if you want.